श्रीमान वेंकटनाथार्य कवितार्किक केसरी वेदांताचार्य वर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां तदाहृति श्रीवासरंग परकालमणित्रयाप्त लक्ष्मात्मरक्षणैत्योगागमान्त आचार्य भक्ति परिपूतमनर्गशीलं गोपाल देशिक मुनिं गुरुमाश्रयामः. स्वामी देशिकन्स wonderful stotra grantham Sharanagati Deepika. It's our parama bhagyam to enjoy the wonderful Vyakhyanam of Swami Sri D. our Dr. V. and Vedanta Desika'n's Swami, who has compiled the Vyakhyanams of Sri Vatsankacharya Swami, Sri Kidambi Rajagopalacharya's Tamil, lucid Tamil commentary. And Ramaswamy, the Ramaswamy Iyengar's wonderful Vyakhyanams. All these things Adiyan is referring to, and Yatha Shakti, to the best of or the lack of understanding, Adiyan tries to do justice to the great Vyakhyanam. Today 18th and 19th Slokam. Yesterday we enjoyed the Parattatvam and the Shaulabhya Shaushilya Gunas, the Avatarams. So Ramakrishna Avatarams, Bhagavan, in spite of being a Sarveshwaran, even though in the Avataram he has hidden the Paratva qualities, the Swarupa, the innate nature of Paramatman, he has mixed with the fellow human beings and the fellow cowherd folks without any distinction. When he took the Varaha Avataram, the boar, he mixed with the Varahams, with the pigs, and nobody could find out which is which. So that's his Saushilya, so easily accessible, and Sheela, which is mentioned in the sloka. Nimno natani nikilani padani ghatam majjantite mahimasakarashi kareshu nirandramashrayasi nicha janams tatapi shilena hanta shishiro bhavaneshwaratvam nimno natani nikilani padani gadam majjantite mahimasakarashi nirandramashrayasi nicha janams tatapi shilena hanta shishiro bhavaneshwaratvam. O Trittanka Perimale Deepa Prakasha, the one who resides in Trittanka Divyadesham, Tanka, the cool grove, the divine lord of the cool grove, in a small drop of the ocean of your greatest glory, Vaibhava, in the spray, whether somebody is in the highest position or somebody who is an insect, all of them get fully immersed in your greatest glory, in your greatest Vaibhavam and qualities and glories and splendor, in that ocean of your immense glory. All the posts of power, position, high, low, insect, everything get fully and wholly immersed. You are such a Sarveshwaran. Even then, you, because of your Shaushilya Gunam, Saulabhya Shaushilya Gunam, being stooping down so low to our level, closely resort to the lowest level. You seek the company of them in spite of being a Sarveshwara. So when Desika sang about, in the last slokam, about the avatarams of Perumal's. He remembered how in Ramakrishna Avataram, in Varaha Avataram, the Lord freely mingled with the lowliest of the lowliest. ஏழை ஏதலன் கீழ்மகன் என்னாது இறங்கி மற்றவர்க்கு இன்னருள் சுரந்த திருமங்கை ஆழ்வார் says. Whether it is a guha, so the Shaushilya, whether it is a guha or Shabari or monkeys or the squirrel, he mixed with them. Whether it's a cowherd by the illiterate cowherd folks, Krishna Avataram, he mixed with them. So, in spite of his immense greatness of the Lord, Perumal says, Vedanta Desika says, Ahanta, Ascharyam, it's mysterious. How? What a mystery, what a greatness you have to mix so much mingling with them. The word Shila, Shaushilyam, is commonly understood as good conduct. But with reference to Perumal, the Kalyana Gunam, it refers to that Kalyana Gunam. Even being the Sarveshwaran of the universe, where all position, high and low, up to the insect, everybody gets immersed in the splendor, in the greatest quality, in the greatest attribute, in the glory of Perumal. But in spite of that, he mixes intimately with the inferior persons. He mixes Mahato Mandai Saha Nirandrena Samslesha Swabhavatvam. Shruta Prakashikacharya mentions Gadya Bhashyam. Anoraniyan Mahato Mahiyan. He is grander than the grandest. But in spite of that, he is Nirandrena Samslesha Swabhavam. He mixes intimately with the inferior person. Since such a condensation or communion takes place in a natural way, without any expectation, without any motivation, there is no edirparpu. It becomes Sushila. The Shila becomes Shushila, gracious in character. That virtue of God by which the devotees who approach the Lord are not made to entertain any fear because of this Shaushilyam. Even though he is a supreme being, because of the Shushila, Shaushilya Gunam, we can approach him. We don't have to have any fear. At the same time, God also does not exhibit his quality of supremacy, so that the distinction between himself and his devotee is not felt at all. The best illustration of this quality is the episode of Rama meeting Guha, a hunter. Rama, hailing from the royal family and enjoying the status of an emperor, Chakravarti. So that's as an illustration of the extent to which Lord goes. Rama rebukes Sugriva for a rash fall he committed by slipping into the Rakshasa fold. Why did you go? Why did you go to Ravana's side and come back? What happened if something adverse had occurred to you? What is the use of my winning the battle? What is there for me, whether Sita or my brother Lakshmana be alive, if you are lost? That's Lord's fond attachment. Mahato Mandai Saha Nirandra Samsleshaha. This sloka elaborates several parts of that definition, Saushilya, using several words found in this sloka. The trait of the Lord known as Shilam or Shaushilya has rendered the Perumal dear to every one of us. His Shaushilya Gunam. He says, even Sita or Lakshmana are alive. If you had gone, what is the use? What's the use of my winning battle? And then we go to the 19th sloka. Kashi Vrigantaka Sharasana Bhana Ganga Sambhuti Nama Kriti Samvadanat Yutantaihi Swakyam Bharisha Bhayashapa Mukaischa Shambhum Tvannigdamikshitavata Kasharanyaha Kashi Vrikandakasharasana Bhanaganga Sambhuti Namakriti Samvadanatyudantaihi Sokyambarisha Bhayashapa Mukaischa Shambhum Tvannigdamikshitavata Kasharanyaha. This slokam, to those who see how Paramashiva is dependent on and subservient to, Swami mentions episodes, from episodes referring to Kashi, the king of Kashi, Vrikantaka, Vrikasura, Andaka, Andakasura, Vrika, Andaka, Vrikasura, Andakasura 3, and Dhanush, the bow, and Banasura episode, then Ganga episode. And by reason of these episodes in the scriptures, to Rudra's, to Shivan's birth, Rudra getting his name, Shivan getting that name, and to the conversation between him and others, like Brahma. All these things, and also because of his own statement, his fear of Ambarisha, and his being the recipient of Shapam, curses, and all these things, who can be the refuge? Will such person here regard anyone but you as the protector? Vedanta Desika mentions. So Kashi, O Lord Deepa Prakasha, I am recounting briefly the numerous episodes to you. Vedanta Desika gives innumerable pramanams, even in Srimad Rakashayatrayasara. From the Itihasa, from the Puranas, from the Agamas, from Divya Prabandham, to establish the fact that Sriman Narayana is the one Paradevata, who is the inner self, Antaryami in all other entities. The Taittiriya Upanishad, the Mahanarayana Upanishad, the Atharva Shiro Upanishad, the Shubala Upanishad declare that Sriman Narayana explicitly is the Supreme Devata. Some of the authorities that declare that Vishnu or Narayana as the Supreme Deity is mentioned at the time of the dissolution of this universe, when the Mahat Tattvam merged in the primordial matter. The one great universal self, the Lord Sriman Narayana, existed. Abhuta samplave prapte praline prakritau mahan ekastishtati vishwatma satu narayana prabhu. The primeval being was Sriman Narayana. From him was born the four-faced Brahma. From him was born Shiva. Paro Narayano Devaha Tasmad Jatas Chaturmukhaha Tasmad Rudro Bhavate. For protecting all entities, you incorporated yourself out of your own Sankalpam in the midst of the Trinity as Vishnu. Rakshartam Sarvabhutanam Vishnutvam Upajagmivan. Except that one Purusha, the Vasudeva, there is no entity either moving or non-moving which is eternal, Nityam. Nityam hi nasti jagati bhutam stavara jangamam rite tamekam purusham vasudevam sanathanam. All gods worship Vasudeva. All gods bow down to Vasudeva. Sarve deva Vasudevam yajante sarve deva Vasudevam namante. All gods, including Brahma, Rudra, Indra and other great sages, are solely worshipping the Supreme God, Sriman Narayana. Sabrahmaka sarudrascha sendra deva maharishayaha archayanti surashreshtam devam Narayanam harim. It's repeatedly declared in the scriptures that the devas, The Devatas like Brahma, Rudra, others are creations of the Supreme Lord Narayana. They are all only Jivatma occupying that position. Supreme Narayana is the Antaryami of all these. It is pointed out that Devas occupy these positions, have attained their position by means of their karma and their services to the Lord. They hold such position on account of the grace of one Supreme Lord Sriman Narayana. Sriman Narayana is the Sarveshwara, who is the creator of all others. All Jivatma other than Paramatma are dominated by karma, karmavashya, and worshipping the Supreme Narayana. They have gained their respectable positions. They worship the Lord, and the Lord, being pleased with their worship, grant them those celebrated positions, Brahma, Shiva, Indra, etc. So even Brahma, Ishvara and others do not understand. I seek refuge with that great Lord, as he is, in spite of meditating upon him continuously. The lotus-born Brahma worshipped Vishnu for thousands and crores of yugas, Yuga Koti Sahasrani, and once again obtained the position of Chaturmukha Brahma. So, all of them depend on the Lord. They are Antaryami for gaining knowledge, for serving the Lord according to his command. So, the Lord's transcendent glory and greatness are stressed in this shloka. Kashi Vrikanta Kashi Vrikanta Gasarasana Panaganga Sambhuti Nama Kriti Samvadanat Yudantaihi Swakyambarisha Bayashapa Mukaischa Shambhum Tvannignamikshitavatamiha Kasharanyaha. So his glory, his greatness are stressed in this sloka. And that's done by pointing out those who have read the scriptures, who have read Puranas, will conclude that the Lord alone is the supreme being, far above Paramashivan, who alone, if at all, can be compared with him for supremacy. There are numerous episodes in the Puranas in which time and again it was proved that Rudra got vanquished by the Lord whenever he attempted to antagonize him, which he unwisely did on several occasions because of his Triguna Sambandham. Some of them are referred to in this sloka. And this is in Kashi. The king Poundraka, he donned the suffix Vasudeva, Poundraka Vasudeva. He had a fake chakra weapon and fraudulently impersonated as Krishna and challenged the Lord. And he said, you have to get rid of your chakra because I am the actual Vasudeva. This Poundraka Vasudeva went and told him, you have to get rid of it. So Krishna said, okay, I will get rid of it. He got rid of Chakra Raja. And the Chakra Raja went and hit Poundraka Vasudeva and beheaded the Poundraka Vasudeva. And not only that, the Poundraka Vasudeva came with the army of Kashi Raja. And it also killed the Kashi Raja. And the head went and got dropped in the Kashi city. And his son wanted to kill the person who killed his father, the Kashi Raja. So his son went and performed tapas on Umapati, Rudra. Umapati said, if you perform yagam, it can happen. And from the yagam came out one bhutam, one demon. And that demon was aimed at killing Krishna in Dwaraka. And that demon started burning the Dwaraka city. So the people went and prayed to Krishna. They told that something is getting burnt by a demon. So immediately Madhusudanan sent the Heti Rajan Chakra. The Heti Raja Chakra went and burnt the Bhutam. And the Bhutam tried to run away from the Heti Rajan, and it went to the Kashi king's son. and he killed, the Bhutam went and killed the sun. And then what happened? The Chakra finished the demon and also burnt the entire Kashi and came back to the Lord. So it was very clear, vividly, explicitly made clear. Similarly, Vrikasuran, Vrika is another Asura who performed tapas on Rudra. Whoever I touch, the Vrikasura touches, he will simply be burst to ashes. His head should get exploded and die. That was the boon he wanted. Rudra said, Tatastu, appadiya agatum, let it be so. He immediately wanted to test and touch Rudra's head. So Rudra got scared. He started running away. And he went and surrendered to Sriman Narayana to protect him. Immediately Sriman Narayana took a guise of a Brahmana and stopped Vrikasura. Where are you rushing? Where are you running? He said, Shiva gave me a boon. I want to test Shiva. He said, has any time Shiva's boon granting power helped? Has it yielded fruit any time? He is the one who became Pishasha Raja because of Dakshan's curse. Why did you listen to him? Why did you do tapas on him? Are you stupid? Asura, Vrikasura. Okay, if you want to touch Shiva's head, first you test on yourself whether Shiva's boon is right and check. It will not, because Shiva's curse would never fructify. So he thought he was deluded by his argument, Narayana's argument. So he touched on his head, and of course his head got crushed. And Pashupati got relieved of his fear. Similarly, Andhaka Asuran, when he was fighting with Rudra, when he hit that Andhakasura, the blood drops that came out of Andhakasura, each drop of the blood became so many millions of Andhakar. Very many Andhakasura came from each drop of blood. So Shiva could not manage the gang, the group of army of Andhakasuras. So he went and pleaded Vasudeva. And Vasudeva immediately created leech, the attai, the leech that will suck the blood. So all these blood drops were sucked by the leech and of course killed all the Asuras. So Shiva prayed and worshipped and praised the Lord. And we know about the Tripura Samharam, how the Devas wanted to check who is the Paradevata between Vishnu and Rudra. They themselves were deluded and confused like us. And there was a fight between Shiva and Vishnu with their respective Dhanush. And Vishnu's Hunkaram, the Shiva Dhanush was broken into pieces. And Shiva himself fainted. So everybody was clear that Vishnu is the Paradevata. And Banasura Vriddhanta. Bana, the Usha, Krishna's grandson, Aniruddha, and Usha, Bana's daughter. He had taken Krishna's grandson, Aniruddhan, to her palace. And through the Yoga Vidya Maya of her friend. So, Usha was with Aniruddhan and Bana was so antagonized by that. So he sent the army. And Bana was supported by Rudra Parvati, Shiva, Ganesha, Subramanya, all of them came along with Banasuran to fight against Krishna. So, Bana's 1,000 shoulders were cut. The blood was like there was a flood of blood. The blood stream came out, and Parvati Devi surrendered to Krishna and wanted to save her husband, her sons, and of course the Lord Krishna, the most merciful, took pity on her and blessed. Kartigayanum Karimugattanum Kanalum Mukkan Murtiyum Modiyum Mudigittu Moovulagum Puttavane என்று போற்றிட வாணன் பிழை பொறுத்த தீர்த்தனை. Ramanuja Nutrandadi, it talks about Kartigayanum Karimugattanum, Subramanya and Ganesha. Kanal Mukkan Murtiyum Modiyum Mudigittu Moovulagum. Modi means Kali. Veppu is fever. So they were all beaten. Modiyoda Vangi Veppu Mangiyoda Vankaran Mudigiyoda Muruganoda Mukkanishan Makkalai Tediyoda Vanan Ayiram Buyangal Kurudinir Shindiyoda Nemi Totta Tiruvarangar Arasane. Banasuran's story was told by Pillai Perumal Iyengar in Tiruvaranga Kalambakam, 39th Pasuram. So all these things go to the point of explaining the Paratattva. The reference to Sarashana or bow is the Shiva Dhanur Bhangam in Ramavataram. Possibly. The river Ganga had its origin from the Lord's feet during the Trivikramavataram. And Rudra became auspicious by taking the water that came from the Lord's lotus feet, which Brahma cleaned, washed, Argyam Padyam. That water was taken by Rudra on his matted locks and became auspicious and was called Shiva. Brahmakadikina Padamu. Brahmakadikina Padamu. The scriptures also refer to the birth of Shiva, to his being given a name and so on, all indicative of his finite being. Numerous passages are attributed to Shiva where he acknowledges Lord Narayana's supremacy. He himself acknowledges. He himself says, and Dasabhuta Swata Sarve Atmanaha Paramatmanaha Atohyamepi te Dasaha iti matva namamyaham. In Maha Mantra Rajapada Stotram, the most eminent so-called Paramashivan, Rudra, declares Dasa Bhutaha Swatas Sarve Atmanaha Paramatmanaha Atohyamapi te Dasaha iti matva namamyaham. All Atmans are the servants of that Paramatman, Sriman Narayana, by their very nature, Swabhavam. And I am also your Dasa. Knowing thus, I seek refuge with you. I perform Sharanagati with you. Those who are blessed with glances of Supreme Narayana at the time of birth, which we saw, are said to gain this sattva that leads them to become mumukshus. Adiyen, Dhanyosmi, Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline, Srimate Venkatesaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha.